Hi, good morning, good afternoon, and or good evening, sunshines and moonlights. So I'm back with another flip through. This is a Trilogy healing deck that I bought in Etsy, or on Etsy, should I say. They do sell them individually, but I was looking for some healing decks with messages that can help when getting readings or anytime that I either myself or anybody that I know or give a reading to may need a little bit of like healing love and messages. And I came across some of these decks and I saw that the author, little Etsy owner, had a little trilogy set, which you save a couple of dollars when you get all three. So after looking over on the decks, uh, with the pictures that were on there, I decided to go for it and get the three sets. Well, the three decks. And again, this is not a deck that they have readily available out there in YouTube land with the flip through. So I decided to definitely get this up so that you guys can get a closer look on either one of these decks that you may be interested in to decide whether this is something you want to purchase or if you want to pass on it. I will definitely try to link the little Etsy shop where I bought this from to see if this is something you want to go for, and that way you can go ahead and check it out. So the deck came all three together in a box. They did come wrapped up with this cute little brown paper. I began to open it up and then I realized, well, we don't have these out there with the flip through, so kind of held myself back and decided to finish opening it up towards the end. The owner did include a cute little card, which is from this deck right here. So this is what this box will most likely look like, and it's called Continue to Grow, right? And so this is the Unseen Emotions oracle cards, and it does come with this cute book. It says Grounding Techniques. And I did get a chance to flip through it, and it just gives you little things that you may or you may not be aware of on different little techniques you could take to ground yourself. Sometimes you can't get out there in nature. So it definitely gives you tips or even reminders of things that you may know that you kind of may have forgotten about. So that is why I was interested in this one. I began to open this one up, open this one, but left the little white wrapping that it comes around in so that I can show you guys. Oh, brown wrapping, just kidding. So that way you guys can kind of have an idea of what they look like. So we're gonna go ahead and get a closer look. I don't want to go too much in depth with this little book, but just briefly, it just kind of has little memos and notes on what it is, breath work. Let me see if you can get that in there. Zoom in on it a little bit. Let's see, moving your body is another excellent grounding technique. So it's just little tips on things you can do. Body scanned. I don't know if that can get in there or if it's even able to zoom in a bit. So it's nice. Oh, 12 crystals for grounding and comfort and balance, which is cute. I have not really fully went into depth looking in this book, but there it is. There's a list of crystals. Simple, like unclenching your jaw, right? Okay, so I will go ahead and pause this, zoom in so we can get a closer look on each deck. We'll open them up, and then I'll go ahead and do the individual flip through so that you guys can get a closer look on the Unseen Emotions. This is Healingnotbroken, and this last one is called Continue to Grow. So when I saw the little healing trilogy, I was like, this is a nice little combo that she has going. So hopefully it benefits any future clients that I may have or anybody like myself or friends that I may read for. So we'll go ahead and get closer into this flip through. All right, so let's get started with the Unseen Emotions. It comes with this flip over handmade box. Oh, and briefly, the little cute stamp that's faded. It does say handmade, and all three decks did come individually wrapped in this cute little brown paper. So it just shows the little handmade effort that was put into it. Oh, there it goes. What's this? Oh, always, as always with all of your Etsy shop owners, they always include cute little cards, handwritten notes, stuff like that. You just see the personal touch that they add. So is this, okay, this is just a regular information card, I'm sorry. Okay, so I guess it's like their little greeting note that they include, so I'll just go ahead and leave it there for a minute. And if you want to pause it to keep reading on it, you can definitely do so. So this is the back of the Unseen Emotions. So it has a very earthy, grounding vibe to it, with some yellow and brown tones and a cute feather. And then we'll get into the individual cards. It does seem definitely thin. They feel semi-matte. I will be honest, the cardstock may feel, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm not even zoomed in on this. So let me see if this helps. Nope, it's best if I zoom in a little bit. So I don't know how long they'll last, but they're definitely a little bit on the thinner side. There's not too much of a gloss protection. They are pretty thin, and you could tell it's not that thick or too much of a protective edge, but I did like the messages that came on it, so hopefully these are still beneficial to whomever gets a reading with these. So we'll put this off to the side, move on to the next deck, and then we'll go ahead and get into the cards and just do a flip through, okay? Oh, definitely this just bent easily. So that just shows how the quality may be a little bit on the cheaper side. And I don't mean it in a bad way, but you know, it is what it is. It is an honest flip through and kind of opinion of what it may be. So that way you can have an idea of what these cards are like. You know, they kind of look like they were kind of popped out of cardstock, kind of like the stuff you used when you were little. Maybe like the little cutout cartoon things you had. Either way, we're gonna move on to the next step, and this is the Healingnotbroken. So let's just hope these decks do not break sooner than anticipated and they do more healing. So we're gonna go ahead. I thought it was white, but I did pop these open a few weeks ago, and I kind of put it off to the side before I had the time to do these recordings. So brown cross secure little wrapping around it. There we go. So that's this deck. We'll go ahead and throw this away, and that could have been because it's my fault. That bend I did, now that I think about it, because I removed the thing and then probably just put them back in the box. So we'll move on and glance. And again, here's a little hello, thank you, how to use these cards. These are the two that I love the back of it. The two cards that come, hello beautiful soul, and it just kind of gives you the little welcoming. Let me see if I could zoom in on this. There we go. Feel free to pause. Let me see if I could get it zoomed in a little more so it could focus. Not too much. So it says, I'm so excited you picked up this deck. My journey, like most, has been a roller coaster, right? That's when we can benefit from decks like this. Finding a way to cope and heal with the hard times wasn't always easy. I turned to art, sketching out things that fit my mood that day, things that were difficult for me to put into words. So when I came across something that spoke to me, I saved the quotes that hit my soul in a much needed way. Originally, my intention for these cards were for me to draw one at random each day to see what the universe knew I needed to hear, and also to see my work come to life. As I shared these cards with my friends and family, I realized these cards are helping me heal, helping me start my day off with a positive mindset. And if they could do that for me, then maybe they can do that for someone else too. I hope these cards find you well and can impact your lives, even if it's just a little reminder that you are healing, not broken. So this is just beautiful. I don't know, I love it. So like I said, life may hit us in different times in our lives, and sometimes, and we all go through this because that's just life, and sometimes we just need a little bit of help, maybe little reminders to help us heal and get through whatever it is that we may go through. And then this is just a little card telling you how to use them. So you can, however it works, every morning you could draw, let's see, a card daily, handmade them out. Let's see, leave them in a fun place for people to find random. So you can leave them around your house, hang them up in your car, whatever it is you want to use. So we'll move on to the next one and open that up. The back of the cards, the art is very pretty. So this artist, or should I say this author of this card deck, must be a wonderful artist. Excuse me while I get this out of the way. So there's a hair in the way right there, definitely mine. So the back of the cards, Healing Not Broken. I definitely like the title, and then we'll go into the individual cards in a moment, okay? And I will have the timestamps if you want to skip through. I may kind of ramble on. So this was a nice message. So I take it as it was a nice reminder to receive that, which is cute when you receive little messages. I hope that they're like intended for benefit. Sometimes some Etsy shop owners use it for promotion, but she did include her business card in there, so that must have been like a random pull. So maybe I should leave this hanging around my place since it was an extra card that I received. That way when I have people over, they can see that. So I do love the message on there. If I can get it to properly focused, I hope that I can get it to zoom in. It says, it's impossible to heal if you keep pretending you're not hurt. You see that? Releasing all that hurt so that you can heal. I just feel like the back of this could be like the new energy coming in as you release everything that has hurt you. I don't know. That's just me. So let's get this open. Healing Not Broken. And it says Series 2. It says Inspirational Affirmations. It's a 42 card deck. This one doesn't say, but just says Unseen Emotions. I'm assuming it may be somewhere around there. And I believe this one did say how many cards it was. 42 card deck. So definitely the bending was my fault on that one, because I just took it off and just put it in the box. So definitely be careful with your cards so they can last longer. And there we go. Get this off. So that's how it comes. The back of the card is pretty. I love it. It's like you have to water yourself to continue to grow. Nurturing, right? Like self-care. Things of that nature. So I love that idea. So this is the back of the card. Very pretty. And I'm expecting this one to be in there, but just in case, we'll throw it in there if it's not in there. And then again, the little cute little greeting message. Is there anything extra? There we go. How to use the cards. And the focus is not that bad, but hopefully when I zoom in, I can pick up on it. And then that's just the cards. So we'll put that in here. And then I just want to show you the images, and that way it can help you. So it does have that little thin cardstock. It doesn't have that extra, well, these feel thinner. Okay, so this is the thinner card from this one. And this seems like a little thicker. So it would be thick, medium, and the thinnest. See how easily it bends? It's a little stiffer. And then this one's a bit on the stiff, well, it tends to be the stiffest. So they're not that thick. They don't have that extra protective layer. They don't seem to be glossy, I think. Not semi-well because of the light, but they're not that heavy gloss to it. So let me get zoomed in on this, and then we'll just go ahead and get the flip through going. We'll start with the Unseen Emotions. Then this will be the Healing Not Broken, and then we'll top it off with the Continue to Grow, which is kind of like a nice way to go through it, right? You identify your unseen emotions, maybe things that you need to heal from, and helping you realize that you're not broken, right? Because you're just healing, and then something to help you grow from whatever it is that you might have gone through. So I definitely like that. So let me pause this and get this situated, and we'll continue with the first deck. All right, so the Unseen Emotions does come with this card on the very top, and it says trigger warning. If you are in the process of going through some difficult time, these images may be a trigger. The intention of these cards is to help people healing to feel less alone in the emotions people don't talk about as often. Suggest using these cards with grounding techniques. So this book will definitely come in handy, right? So we'll just move that off to the side, and then we'll get started. I will just go through the cards quietly. I will not be doing too much talking. That way you guys can just kind of glance and pause on any card that you feel the need to want to read. Okay, so that's it for the unseen emotions. So we'll just do like a quick shuffle just to show you how it shuffles. Let's see, I want to see how it shuffles. This way, it is a little thin. That just stood up. So we'll glance at those cards that popped out at the end. We'll just take it as they do bend easily, okay? But that's with the other cards. I'm sure you could just straighten them out that way. But they do bend. They do slide around, so they have some kind of coating on them. You know. Let's see this way. They shuffle nicely. They bend pretty well. Okay. So we'll leave these off to the side as little messages for whoever catches this flip through. And we'll just pop them open and we'll do the same with all the other decks as well. So let's get started with the next one. Let me get this situated. All right, so let's continue with the Healing Not Broken deck, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and do this one and then we'll move on to the next deck. We'll do the same. If cards fall out while I show you the shuffle, then we'll go ahead and keep those messages for the collective and just reveal whatever popped out. And may this be some information that'll benefit everybody involved or surrounding or watching my videos. Oops, this one jumped ahead. Trying to hide. All right, so we are done with the Healing Not Broken deck. So let me, this one bends easier than this one. Oh yeah. Shuffles up. So we'll leave that there since that one just flipped over in the face. And it's kind of funny, when I saw that one, I really like the message because everybody could benefit from that one. So this is a little more flexible. Let's see how it shuffles this way. Nicely. I do like the way they shuffle sideways. They don't bend as nicely. Some decks are a little harder, but I guess because this is a more flexible deck, it does shuffle nicely, versus when you have the thicker decks, you prefer to do the longer sideways. Shuffle this way. So I'm assuming that next one, the Continue to Grow, will bend a little too much. This one bends more than this one. So we'll do one more, and then I'll overhand shuffle, see if anything pops up or flips over. And then we'll keep it for messages at the end. This will be for whoever sees this video that may need to receive a message. So we'll leave these. And this one wanted to come out, so we'll take that one as well. So I'm going to go ahead and pause and then get ready to do the last deck, which will be the Continue to Grow. Okay, so this is the Continue to Grow deck. So let's get started with the flip through. Let's see, get that situated. that's it. That's pretty dope. So that's it for the Continue to Grow. Let's shuffle this and see how it goes. I do love the side longer shuffle. This may be a little extra flexible. This one wants to come out. Oh, I love this one. If I can't twist my hand all the way. Want it to fall off my hands already. We'll see. It'll be funny if it pops out again when I overhand shuffle. And then you know that it's meant to happen. It's a message for someone that's out there and catches this video. So we'll shuffle it a couple more times. It is extra flexible. It's like perfect. It bends, should I say, sideways nicely because it's the most flexible deck, right? You see how it just bends right away? And this way you might get the extra bend on it. So I do prefer to shuffle this one this way. It is the thinnest deck of all three. Let's see. Anything that needs to be addressed to anybody that may catch this video, please and thank you. Ooh. I guess I want it to just come out naturally. We'll take these, and this one wanted to stick to my hand. All right, so let me get this situated and then we'll zoom in on these little cards. All right, so let's take a look at the cards. So these are the unseen emotions. So we'll do it in that order. So let's glance at it a little bit, zoom in on it just a tad. So we have healing in progress. In pursuing that love for yourself, that's where you'll find the meaning in your life. That will give you the antidote to the suffering. So I'll have you guys look at that and just take in the message. And I just love the little band-aid over the flowers. You see, it's like the leaves are falling, like you're releasing the hurt and the pain, and the band-aid is like covering it up, and those leaves are like blood. The aches and pains, the leaves, what no longer serves you, they're falling, right? Because the new grows when they shed. So that's a nice one. Let's see what this one is. So take a look at the image and then we'll read in it. Why am I even here? It says, because even on the days you wanted to quit more than anything, you didn't. You're still here. The universe is showing you how freaking strong you are. You're doing better than you think. And I'm sure many, many of us have been there in whatever task or goals we set for ourselves, right? It's like, believe that you're stronger and how awesome you really are, even though you feel that you're failing because you're not meeting your expectations. But just know that, how they say with growth, it's not there without the trials, right? You may go to. And let's take a look at this image. So what is it, like someone taped down? Oh, it's like hands covering up the mouth. So this says, you are not alone. It was not your fault. Setting boundaries isn't weakness, it's strength. This doesn't define you. You are in control of your story. No one else gets to add or minimize the events. So I hope whoever may be hearing this benefits. So let's get some Healing Not Broken messages. So this is just random messages, okay? So you may be in different phases of your life that maybe you need to see the unseen emotions, and some may need to see the healing not broken, and then some may be in a different phase in your life where you need to continue to grow. So first we got this one, and this is cute. I love the vibing of the tape. Keep things off my mind, right? Don't keep thinking about the negative or the problem or whatever it is that you may go through that replays in your head. Happy thoughts. Today, make a playlist of your go-to jams. Know the ones that make you turn the volume up. Oh, my bad. I definitely butchered this. It says, the ones that make you turn up the volume up in the car. Even though I still read it wrong, you guys get the message. Your jams, your happy tunes that get you on a vibe and party, get you in a good mood. That way you don't think about whatever it is that may be bothering you at the moment. So healing not broken. So let's take a look at this one. Some growth going on in between her head. Let's see. Out of suffering. Okay, out of suffering have emerged the strongest souls. The most massive characters are seared with scars. It's like your battle wounds. And then we have, looks like a lotus flower, I believe. Our prime purpose on this life is to help others. And if you can't help them, at least don't hurt them. Who can you help today, right? Maybe a message of being kind, especially in this time. We never know who we come across or meet in our day, or if we work somewhere where we encounter a lot of people. You don't know what that individual is going through at the moment. And sometimes the kindness or something so simple that you could do, someone could just brighten up their day, and it just gives them the little hope instead of just being what I like to call sometimes the mean girl, or like the bully, they could say. And sometimes it's that nice little energy vibe you give off to that person that could just help them get through whatever bad news or situation they may be going through, the little hope that they need, that it's going to be okay. Kindness, let kindness be infectious so that you can radiate the positive energy, and maybe that person radiates it, and it could be a positive infectious thing going on. So let's see this one. I'm sorry, I get all into these images and like to glance, but I want you guys to zoom in. So without the dark, we'd never see the stars. I don't know, this is so true, and I don't know, I just get a lovely vibe of shiny stars, beautiful scenery. Okay, so let's move on to the last deck. I feel this video is definitely long, but hopefully you appreciate it. So we have these three. And it's cutting off. So let me move these up a little more. Overlap them a bit. There we go. And then we have this one and this one. It's not reading, these are just messages, but if by all means this makes sense to you and you benefit from it, please take the positive and may it help you guys. So the first one, so this looks like a jar and just releasing a lot of stardust, I want to say, and you can see the moon right there. So it says, I am unapologetically accepting a life of massive growth and improvement. So that's the burst of stardust everywhere. That's right. Take that. Growth and improvement. Make a better you, boo. Be the best you that you can be. Let's look at this one. It's like cute how the moon is like the little sailboat. Welcome all emotions, just let love drive. This is such a cute card, right? The moon could be your emotions, the water. It's very cute. Creative. I love it. To the author, how cute, or the artist, should I say. That's nice. I love the colors of her hair. Let's see what this one is. Just flowy everywhere. I lost myself trying to please everyone else. Now I'm losing everyone while I'm finding myself. And that's okay. The right ones will stay. And that is so true. Wow. So there you go, my lovely YouTube land. I hope that this was helpful. Got a closer look into the cards. Got a feedback on the thinnest and thickest and how they shuffle. So I will try my best to have the little link of the decks or the ones that I bought. She does sell them individually. But I went ahead and went with the Healing Trilogy. You save a couple dollars with it. I think that shipping was free, but I am in the US, so depending on who and where you are, whoever this video reaches, I don't know if it may be shipping cost involved if it goes out of the country. But I hope that this was beneficial to you, and it helps you with your decision if you're interested in these decks, because everybody and anybody, whether it's for your friends, professionally, on a personal level, I feel that you could definitely always benefit from some healing messages if you're not hearing it from your peers. Definitely from your spirit guides or your divine universe, God, guardian angels, whoever it is you vibe with. So may you have a wonderful day, and sending love and light towards you. Bye.